If you work in university maintenance, Granger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Granger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRANGER, visit Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back, and thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy 12 Kyle. Check this out. You see the title. First R&B crushes. Now, before I get into it, let me just explain something to you real quick. I don't think I need to explain it, but I'm going to explain it anyway. I came up in an era where there was a such thing as R&B music. I'm not talking about this emo, half whispering, half whiny type shit that they pass over as singing right now. No, I'm talking about lyrics. I'm talking about ballads. I'm talking about feel good music. I'm talking about soul to the core R&B, not rocks and blunts, rhythm and blues, right? So I got to thinking about, like, in the era in which I came up, particularly if you're talking about the 80s, because that's my era, right? Growing up. The thing that was dope was there was a level of attraction. There was a level of infatuation. There was a level of security. There was a level of intrigue with your favorite person or singer or what have you in R&B. And for me, the ladies of R&B didn't matter. It actually spoke to me as far as, like, my level of attraction and how I like them and their music or whatever like that, and ultimately how I got a crush on them. And each one was different. So what I wanted to do was, on this episode of the 12 Kyle podcast, was give you a few of my first crushes that I can remember, my first R&B crushes. And they're in no particular order. They're not ranked or anything like that. But I've got 6, right? Starting off again at number 1, no particular order. Man, me and this lady go back. She was a member of a R&B group, and the thing that I loved about it was she was the only female in the group, right? And when I think about hearing her and hearing her voice and looking at her, it just takes me back, right? I mean, because she was just so dope. And I'm talking about none other than Jody Watley. Jody Watley was banging, man. I mean, like, I want to say I started listening to Shalamar probably in the early 80s. Yeah, I would say early 80s. Yeah, but she had it going on. I mean, of course, there was the other members of the group. Jeffrey, I can't remember, what was Jeffrey's last name? I can't remember Jeffrey's last name. And the lead singer, Howard Hewitt. But Jody Watley was bad, man. And then she ultimately went solo to do her own thing. And when she went solo, she, in a lot of people's eyes, her career really took off and skyrocketed. But yeah, Jody Watley in Shalamar, even as a young kid, man, I kind of felt like she was singing to me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was one of my first R&B crushes, man. Jody Watley, beautiful, physically, very talented, and I just, like I said, I had a thing for her. So I mean, like, I can't even front. Jodie Watley she was it. No lie. Next up, and again, these are no particular order. This young lady right here probably was my first crush. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I mean, as far back as I can remember, she probably was the first one that I can honestly say, like, yeah, she's it. And this had to be like probably early 80s. Probably early 80s. I distinctly remember seeing her for the first time. It was on Soul Train, right? And there was this, and of course, I'm young. I'm 8 or 9, maybe 10 at the most. There's a young lady standing on stage before Don Cornelius comes out, and she's playing this keyboard, and she's up there by herself, right? She's got this pretty brown face, and she's got these braids and with these beads in the braids. And I just thought she looked so dope, man. She was like beautiful. I think she's one of the first like dime pieces that I saw. I mean, of course, we didn't call them dime pieces in 80, but yeah, man, she was just like dope as hell. And she was up there jamming by herself. Like, it wasn't no band. She wasn't with a bunch of dudes. It was just her. And I'm talking about none other than the talented Patrice Rushen. And that song that she played was Remind Me, which has been remixed and remade 1,000 times, but nobody did it like she did, right? And just been a fan, man. Just been a fan. I mean, like, that was like one of my first crushes coming up. And again, I'm 50, right? So I've seen the gamut of R&B singers. Some of y'all just wasn't around. And I mean, like, it's no disrespect. Y'all just wasn't around. But I'm telling you, if you were around in 82, 83, these might be some of your R&B crushes too. I can't even lie, But yeah, she was, whew. And she's still as beautiful as I can remember. And just as talented too. I mean, extremely talented. So yeah, Patrice Rushen definitely is one of my she's probably the first. I'll admit, she's probably, if the timeline fits in my head, she's probably first. The next R&B crush, I think what stands out about her is that I was crushing on her long before before I got in her music. And I'll be honest, I don't think that there's any young man, young woman that came up in that era that didn't like her. I fell in love with her on a little TV show called Good Times, right? And then she moved on from Good Times to when I saw her as a teenager on the show Different Strokes. She was the girlfriend of Willis. Her name was Charlene Dupree. And on Good Times, she was known as Penny Gordon, right? And so, like, I've been crushing on her for a long time. I mean, again, I was crushing on her before I even got in her music. I ain't really getting her music till like the Control album. And she had already I think she made like an album before the Control album. So she might have had 2. Did she have 2 albums? Check on that. She may have had 2 albums before the Control album. But I'm talking none other than Janet Demita Jo Jackson. Listen, there's nobody that came through the 80s that didn't crush on Janet. I mean, if you didn't crush on Janet back then, you was just a hater. You just a low bottom hater. Because I'm telling you, man, she was, bruh, Janet's everything, man. And even to this day, I mean, like, Janet's in her, mid-50s, I think. And she's still dope. She's still bad. She still looks good. She actually looks great, right? And I think she became a mom a couple of years ago for the first time. And, you know, we've seen her travels, you know, her marriages. I think there was multiple marriages. She was with she was with Jermaine Dupri. And that's funny in and of itself. But yeah, man, Janet, Damita Jo, man, she's on the crush list. I would be you'd be hard pressed to find any guys or women that matter for that matter, my age, that didn't have a crush on Janet and didn't have a crush on Penny and didn't have a crush on Charlene Dupree. But if we talking music, like I said, by the time that Control album came out, it was a wrap. I was goner. So here we all were. But yeah, Janet definitely makes the list as far as R&B crushes. This next one may come as a surprise to many of you because you may or may not know who she is. She is in one of the best 80s R&B groups ever. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say ever. She's in one of the best 80s R&B groups. And I think the thing about her was she was the only woman in the group. And she was just beautiful to me. Now, in fairness, the group that she's in, they had a couple of classics, from Always to Secret Lovers. But they did a song called If Your Heart Isn't In It. And I thought the song was really dope, right? But once I saw the video, I was out of here. That video was bananas to me as far as the visuals, as far as like what they were talking about and what they were singing about. So let me give you a breakdown. In the video, the young lady, whose name is Barbara Weathers. Barbara Weathers is in a love triangle between Wayne Lewis and David Lewis. And Wayne Lewis and David Lewis are brothers. I think they're twins in real life. And they're also members of this group that she's in, Atlantic Star, right? So in the video, you see a love triangle. She's going back and forth between the two of them. And again, the two brothers, and they're kind of running around. But the video is shot as if this love triangle is a movie, and the movie's being premiered in front of these people, and they're at the premiere. And I thought it was really, really dope, man. So it's just like between the lyrics and just how she looked in the video, man, I was hooked. I was gone. I was like, yo, Barbara Weathers fly. I was like, yo, give me some Barbara Weathers for real. And she's still around. I saw a couple of pictures of her. She's still as beautiful as she is. She's of it, but she's just older. Because man, listen, y'all don't need me to tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you this anyway. Black don't crack. If you fine at 30, you probably gonna be fine at 60. It's just a refined 60. That's all. So, black women don't fret. Don't fret. Trust me. But yeah, Barbara Weathers definitely makes the list. R&B crushes. Like I said, that video and when you get a chance, the video's on YouTube. So when you finish listening to this or you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Salute. Watch the video. If Your Heart Isn't In It. Again, beautifully shot. Great group. Again, they have this song. They got classic songs like Always, and Secret Lovers. Oh my God, Secret Lovers. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Classic R&B song. And again, R&B talking about love. That song started off with it's a fragile situation. It could fall apart at any time. He's talking about this love affair that they're in. I mean, like I said, you don't need me to tell you. Just go watch the video. Next up, a young lady who was a movie star. Well, I can't call her a movie star. She starred in a movie, a very popular movie, and not only that, but she was also affiliated with one of the greatest musicians of all time. And she comes from a music background, music family, and she's one of the greatest on the drums. Period, point blank. Oh, that's loud. I didn't mean to turn it up that loud. My bad. I'm talking about none other than Sheila E. She starred in Crush Groove. Started that with Blair Underwood, of course, Run from Run DMC. Russell Simmons, my bad. And Run was in it too. And a host of other rappers. But, you know, again, she's someone who's known for her affiliation with Prince. You know, their romantic involvement, if you will, and friendship and everything else that went along with them down the years. But yeah, Sheila E was so bad, man. It still is. I mean, don't get it twisted. Google yourself, Sheila E. Sheila E. I don't know how old she is, but Sheila E's still bad. She better than a lot of y'all out there. A lot of y'all out there can't touch Sheila E right now. And that was an R&B crush, man. That was a definite R&B crush. Again, I'll be honest. I don't know anybody who who came up in that era that wasn't rocking with Sheila E. I'm just sorry. And if you weren't, you just missed out. Now, if you weren't around and you just wasn't alive, then that's one thing. But yeah, it is Sheila E. all the way, man, all the way. And last but not least, another lady who she's no longer with us, but when she was here, bruh, listen. When I say bad, I'm talking cold. She too was affiliated with the GOAT, Prince. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, I'm talking about Vanity. Man, listen. Whew. I remember when Nasty came out. Nasty Girl. And the video came out. I didn't know what to do. And I couldn't have been no more than about 10 or 11. And I mean, like, you got a little boy who's coming into his own as far as like having feelings about girls and stuff like that. Man, listen. That video and that song, I mean, just when the beat would come on, you dancing. You know what I'm saying? You dancing because it's a feel good song. And but yeah, I mean, and it goes back. I mean, I don't need y'all to, you don't need me to tell you, but I mean, like, Prince had Sheila E. and Vanity and Apollonia. And not to compare Prince to, you know, Michael Jackson, because there's no comparison. Prince is better than Michael Jackson. But Michael Jackson never had no Vanity 6, y'all. Never had. Actually, not even Vanity 6. He never had Vanity. He never had no Apollonia. He never had Sheila E. He had Lisa Marie Presley and Webster and Macaulay Culkin. I rest my case. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about R&B crushes. This was another R&B crush, man. Vanity. And even thinking back, like going back to the video, like she and the other ladies from Vanity 6 were in like lingerie. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, like, this is the 80s. You couldn't even really pull that off. And if you did, like, it was a problem. But they pulled it off. And it was beautiful, man. And like I said, she passed away a couple of years ago. I think it was a heart attack or something like that suddenly. And she had been out of the music industry. I think I'm not mistaken, didn't she like get into the church and preach or something? I think she was preaching. I'm not sure. Check on that. Was she preaching? All right, let me know. But anyway, that's beside the point. She had it going on. And I mean, like, back in the day, man, if you had a beautiful woman that could sing and for what it's worth, these women could all sing. I mean, now Vanity, well, Sheila wasn't a singer. I take that back. She was more of a performer and a drummer. But I mean, Vanity she wasn't gonna blow you away. She wasn't in competition with Aretha Franklin. But yeah, man, it's those are some good times, man. And again, these are just my first R&B crushes. I think one of the dope things about the 80s is that you didn't have any access to these people like we do now. Like you could send a tweet and you could now today I could tweet Patrice Rushen and she could respond back. But back then I didn't know if I didn't read Right On magazine, I didn't know that Patrice Rushen didn't eat, that she was a vegan and she only ate Honey Nut Cheerios for breakfast. Because they put that kind of stuff in Right On magazine. Shout out to Right On. But yeah, man, that's it. I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys my first R&B crushes. Fellas, ladies, fellow podcasters, if you feel free, if you want to share yours and remix this podcast, by all means do so. Bale, I'm talking to you. If you want to remix this, my brother, do it. Because I'm sure folks would love to hear about your first R&B crushes and how and why they became your crushes. So for those of you scoring at home, just to recap, again, in no particular order: Jody Watley, Patrice Rushen, Janet, Demeter Joe Jackson, Barbara Weathers from Atlantic Star, Sheila E., and Vanity. Yeah. You can't beat that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a solid 6. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. The podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. And from time to time, we drop bonus episodes on Sundays at midnight. If you feel so inclined, you want to shoot us a couple of dollars, hey, man, hit us up on Cash App. $TWELVEKYLE. Again, that's going to do it for me. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. And this has been another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'll holler at y'all next time. 5 G's. Cheers.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.